What's going on YouTube? Nathan back with a video presentation. Hope everyone's off to a great weekend. Hope everybody's staying safe. Before we get into the video, there's a few things that need to be said up front. I have not forgotten to make a video on the 10th inning program for MLB The Show 20. I have not forgotten to make a video on my take on the NFL so far in the first 9 weeks. Some concerns I have and issues I have with the NFL. But the reason why those videos are put on hold, well, let me put it this way, they haven't been produced. Because I purposely did that. As you see the title of this video, I purposely sat back and I'm not talking about the results of the election. I'm talking about black masculinity is lost its election. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm looking at those that supported Donald Trump. I'm talking about Kanye West, 50 Cent, Ice Cube, even though he said that, the Democrats will speak to him after the election, and the Republicans wanted to talk to him now, before the election. And obviously Lil Wayne. The reason why I said black masculinity took an L in this election, because of a couple things. One, now, there was a situation that developed with 50 Cent and his ex-girlfriend. And I'm just going to say it, and some people may not like this, and I want to be careful when I say this. On her best day, she's a C minus. She's a 69.9. And that's on a graded curve. Checked him on Instagram because he came out and publicly endorsed Trump. Came out and checked him. And what did 50 Cent do? He went on Twitter, if I remember correctly, and tweeted, "Fuck Trump." Now, I have an issue with that because, and this can't be denied, if she was black and she did that, she's getting checked. She's getting pushback. But because 50 Cent didn't say, wait a minute, hold on, you and I are not together. If this is the guy that I'm endorsing, who are you to tell me who I can and can't endorse? This is my choice. And that goes for either candidate. So who are you to tell me who I can and can't endorse? That's what should have been, that's what he should have told her. But he didn't. That's a horrible look for black masculinity. Ice Cube. Now, I'm saying Ice Cube because of a couple things. I said it. I have no issue with Ice Cube. Ice Cube created an agenda. Nothing wrong with that. I've said it. I said it in 3 videos. Political organization matters. Ice Cube is stepping to the plate without. Let me put it like this. Let me put it in a sports term. His Ice Cube is stepping to the plate without. Don't want to use that in that way. How can I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Let me put it like this. I'm not going to use a sports term. When a person goes to rob a bank, okay, and he takes hostages, you know, police, SWAT have surrounded the bank. You have a negotiator, and the robber is telling them, "Hey, listen, I have hostages in here. This is what I need. I need bulletproof vests. I need $150,000. I need a car. If I don't get this by 7 o'clock, if I don't get this by 7:30, y'all get the picture." What do we call that? That's demanding. You don't ask. You're demanding. And what Ice Cube is doing without united support, without support that's backed politically with votes. Why? Because we as United could politically hurt you. If you can't get this done, hey, next election cycle, we're not voting for you. That's how the game's played. That's how it works. Ice Cube is pulling the cart before the horse. Because what essentially he's doing is begging. And that doesn't look good. That's what when I look at Ice Cube, I give him credit because he created an agenda. I don't have an issue with that. My issue is that it's not united. And it's not politically organized because you're presenting this to politicians who are going to look at it and go and see what they can do, and you're not backed. He has no leverage. I use that bank robbery scenario as an example because that bank robber has leverage. And what's the leverage? The hostages. And that's what Ice Cube has. He has no leverage. Kanye West. Listen. This is my opinion. Kanye West, we all know has mental. We know he's not mental issues. We know that. We know he's not right in the head. Lil Wayne. You know what? There's a football coach by the name of Herm Edwards. I know he's coaching college football, and I can't think of what team. But I'm going to be careful right here what I say with Lil Wayne. I do have because his now ex-girlfriend, she broke up with him because of his public endorsement to Donald Trump. And y'all know I have an issue with these y'all know where I'm at with these Instagram models. Y'all know where I stand with that. I have a rhetorical question for her. But you know what? As Herm Edwards once said, don't press send. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I have a rhetorical question for her, and most of y'all may know where I'm going with that question. The same thing with Lil Wayne. When you look at the image of these guys that I used, that's what really lost the election. It's hard for me to say that because that's all this whole election. Before the election started, the whole road to the election. So today was just I saw it. It doesn't look good. 50 Cent, that didn't look good. Ice Cube needs a better game plan. Kanye West needs to get some serious help. Lil Wayne, I'm not. I'm gonna keep that my opinions of Lil Wayne to myself. But I mean, pretty much what he has said has pretty much. Let me put it this way: there are things that Lil Wayne has said that has really made me give him the fair shot, Lil Wayne. Let me just leave it at that. I wanted to make this video because I thought it was necessary to get that out because this was the image, particularly for those that supported Donald Trump, and I'm looking at it from a black masculinity standpoint. That didn't look good. And I really don't want to say Ice Cube, but Ice Cube lost me when he said something along the lines of, well, the military can install or paint fences. You lost me there. You lost me there. So again, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Ice Cube. I don't want to say, and I don't really, and I'm putting Ice Cube last because my only issue with Ice Cube is that he's not looking. He was politically. That's not what political organization looks like. That's not. Kanye West has mental issues. We know that. 50 Cent let an ex-girlfriend who's a C minus, really honestly a D plus, check him publicly on social media and changes his position. Lil Wayne's now ex-girlfriend, virtually the same thing. And my rhetorical question, which I'm not going to ask, most of y'all know towards her about him. That don't look good for black masculinity. That doesn't look good. Now, if you may not like what was said in this video, I'm sorry, but that don't look good. And it goes back to the same thing where particularly with this election, when it comes back to opinions. Using certain words out of context and not knowing the true meaning. And I'm going to touch on that on a later video. But I just wanted to get this video out the way because it needed to be said. With that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.